we got that to break down on a Sunday morning Sports Center AM. I'm Randy Scott. You can hear my voice a lot. Nicole Briscoe, how are you? Why is that? I understand. Okay, I'll ask the questions then. Is Brady back? Because Kawhi definitely was. Why don't we start, though, with the Niners back in control, as in atop of the table in the NFC. Week 16, you got the Rams. You got a triple header NFL on a Saturday. That's a gift. How would it finish up in the nightcap out west? 7-3 game. Los Angeles was frisky. Jimmy Garoppolo was generous. Oh, that's not good. Garoppolo picked. It is Jalen Ramsey. He would actually have to leave this game with a knee injury in the first half. He would come back. Initially, they said he was doubtful to return. No, don't doubt it. His first pick, though, since November 18th, 2018 against the Steelers. Ensuing possession, Jared Goff giving to Todd Gurley. And Gurley was in. It was 14-3 at one point. Now it's 21-17, and there goes Goff, and that's the wrong team. Fred Warner. Go ahead, Fred.
Is that Right Said Fred?
Right Said Fred? What about, do you remember Drop Dead Fred? That was a film classic. Warner needs oxygen. It's a 3-point lead for the Niners at the half. Here goes Jared Goff. And something about Robert Woods has really clicked in over the last 5 or 6 games. Those two connected often, as in 8 for a $117. Goff threw for 323 and 2 scores. How about Cooper Kupp? He has a touchdown in 4 straight games. It's the longest streak by a Rams player since Torrey Holt in 2006. Almost said 2016. 2006. That's what we're going with. Garoppolo's got a weapon, though. George Kittle. Kittle playing with a heavy heart. His teammate there in the Niners, his teammate at Iowa, C.J. Beathard, lost his younger brother to a stabbing in Nashville early on Saturday morning. So Beathard not with the team, but obviously the team's thoughts with Beathard. Kittle called it the toughest game of his professional career, scoring a touchdown there. His 4th touchdown in the last 6 games. The Niners take a 3-point lead with 6 minutes to play. Now we got Goff again, and he's under pressure, and that one should have been picked, and maybe this thing isn't as interesting down the stretch, but Marcel Harris dropped it. A 52-yard field goal would pay off in the drive for the Rams, so we're all square at 31. Now it's 3rd and 16, and Garoppolo finds Kendrick Bourne, 18-yard gain. Niners team that had not converted a 3rd and 16 or longer since week 3 of 2017, and they convert 2 of them, because that's a 3rd and 16. Busted coverage. Emmanuel Sanders, 46 of his 61 receiving yards. Robbie Gould setting up to try to win this thing.
He was in a form of 2-man. We had an adjustment check to it because it was condensed splits. I played my technique, trusting that he was going to be over top. He worked.
That's why the tone is what it was from Jalen Ramsey. And you could probably still see some tread marks on the teammate he threw under the bus. But Gould would walk it off with a field goal. You heard the sound I did. Let's hear more sound. It's Emmanuel Sanders on that big catch in the final drive.
Kyle gave me the opportunity. Truthfully, it was just a great call. I mean, I would say I did something, but I just feel like I just had to run, and the ball was there. And so I just tried to secure the catch, and it felt good. In my head, I was like, dang, that should have been a touchdown, though. I should have just, could have been a walk-off, ESPN, dun-dun-dun, but it is what it is. We won.
Those guys up front, you know, just they battle their ass off every game, and, you know, just I owe it to those guys. So they play a great game today. I mean, it was a dogfight up front. That's a great D-line. You know, they challenged us, but those guys up front for us just battled their ass off, and I love those guys.
Not a lot of guys can rock the denim shirt with success, but not a lot of guys look like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Not Jimmy Garoppolo.
Massive swing for the Niners and their home field advantage chances. Would have been 19% at the 1 seed if they'd lost. Instead, according to the Football Power Index, 53% chance now after the win. If the Seahawks take care of business against the Cardinals today, then the Week 17 matchup, Seattle and San Francisco, identical 12-3 records. It's good to talk ball. It's good to talk a little Drop Dead Fred with Jeff Saturday.
Drop Dead Fred, my wife's favorite movie.
Shout out to Mrs. Saturday.
She loves that.
Let's talk about
She does, loves that movie.
It's amazing. Explains. All right, so what? Let's get to the Niners. What did they need to address now? Because listen, it wasn't a perfect game. It's still a winning performance from San Francisco. But what do they need to address if they're going to get that 1 seed?
Probably 2 things. First, O-line
and second would be Jimmy G getting rid of the football. They kind of go hand in hand if you're being honest. If you think about last night, converting 2 3rd and 16s, not going to happen, right? They gave up a bunch of sacks. They gave up pressure. Shanahan did a fantastic job of using the screen game, trying to get the ball out of his hand quick. But in situations in playoff football where you have to close a team out, you can't give up sacks. You can't have drives in. That's usually a drive killer. And so they kind of got away with it last night. That will not continue. O-line's got to play a little bit better. And again, we're picking at small details. It's a 12-3 football team. I mean, legit all the way around. But those are things that got to polish up for the playoffs.
Perhaps a tiny bit lost in the fact that the Niners won. The Rams lost this game, but it also eliminates them from playoff contention. It's the 5th time in the last 10 years that the team has gone to the Super Bowl, has missed the playoffs. Jared Goff says it's sickening, which I think is how Bills fans might feel about this one. It's the Bills and the Patriots, AFC East, a lot of implications in this one. It's Tom Brady, it's Josh Allen. We're going to start late in the second quarter. Bills are down 10-3, 16 seconds left. Allen, Dawson Knox. Oh, that's a touchdown, right? That's a thing of beauty, right? Touchdown, right? No, hold on. Let's review this. I'm going to call that one back because his knee, that goes down right before he crosses the goal line. So it's first down at the 1. Offensive tackle, Deion Dawkins, eligible receiver. You know what's coming. Dawkins, end zone, touchdown. You know what that is? Athletes in space.
Athletes in space, Nicole. That's what I'm talking about. Look at the hands. I mean, sets the route up. Everybody buys in, uses athleticism to clear himself.
Then started to block.
Look right here. Okay. Okay. I see you, big boy.
It's tied at half, so we go to the third where it's still tied. 2nd and 8 for the Patriots. Brady to Ben Watson, who's going to take it all the way for a touchdown, except you saw it, corner of your eye. There is a flag. What's the deal here? It's Julian Edelman, flagged for pass interference. He ran straight into Jordan Poyer. And then you're thinking, oh, my God, is he okay? Then you're
thinking he might be doing a performance for Broadway, is what you might be thinking, right? Just kind of looking at it a little bit.
They checked him for a concussion. Patriots had to settle for a field goal, so it was 13-10. And then there's Allen connecting with John Brown for a 53-yard touchdown. That's the longest touchdown for the Bills this season. And he got the better of Stephon Gilmore, who really has been one of the best defensive players in the NFL this season. But he is wide open, is Brown. Bills up 17-13 after that. Edelman was checked for a concussion, but he didn't go into the concussion protocol. He is back, 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and 10, and Brady's going to hit him. First play, back, 30 yards. First down, that'll do. Later in the drive, Patriots on the 1-yard line. Rex Burkhead, he's going to take the handoff. And this is big because of the run game of the Patriots flexed. They rushed for 143 yards, not the touchdown, and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, got after him. That was an incredible run to keep his feet going in that situation. Really, really well done.
What's not incredible is this next play by Josh Allen on 4th and 1. Oh, no, it is incredible. Because the second, that's not incredible, though. The play by Allen, incredible, but I only have eyes, so I missed the face mask penalty. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. 3rd and goal for the Bills. Allen, sacked.
You can't do that right there. Can't do it. That's just, got to learn.
Brings up a 4th and goal, pressured. Got to heave it to the end zone, and J.C. Jackson knocks it down. The Patriots win 24-17, and this is why Bills fans are sick, because once again, the Patriots are AFC East champs.
Yeah, look, Julian's a tough guy. I think they had him checked. I don't think we had anything, but we had to go through the protocol, so that's what we did.
I mean, we play football. There's a lot of guys that go out and play through boo-boos, and so, I mean, it's kind of getting old with all that. But everyone's banged up. It's week 16, so the teams that usually stay the healthiest usually put themselves in positions to go out and do good things. So I'm glad I'm able to still play right now.
Appreciate the use of his phrase boo-boos in that. Here is the updated AFC playoff picture. The divisions, they've all been clinched, and the Bills, they've now locked themselves in at the 5 seed. The Patriots can clinch a first-round bye if Kansas City would happen to lose to the Bears tonight. It feels a little bit like the reports of the Patriots' demise. We've heard a lot of that lately. We may want to, bring that back in, because the sustainability of the team that we saw last night, they had a run game, They had the passing game. Tom Brady was great. So how sustainable is that now going forward?
Yeah, very sustainable. I mean, that's the Patriots. That's what they do. I mean, and you think about last night, they used a ton of cross formation motion, which showed not only Tom Brady what kind of coverage they're in, but it showed the receivers. So everybody's on the same page. They line our linebacker up at fullback. Roberts comes down and just hammers. So their run game becomes that bruising run game that we saw last year towards the end of the year. This is kind of what they do every, and then we saw the play action where Edelman catches it over the middle and makes somebody miss and do those things. And this, when you're playing defense as well as they're playing it, and special teams, you saw last night, they had a couple shots at blocking a punt. They find ways to win games like this. And so as you're talking about the Bills, when you look at yourself, like you said, Bills fans are going to be sick, because this is a consistent for everybody in the league, not just the Bills. You play a really good football game, you think you have a chance to win, and then at the end, they find a way to take you out. And this is how the Patriots put all those banners up, and this is one that they can sustain it. The only weakness that they've shown is quarterbacks who can beat you with their legs, extend drives, and then with the Mahomes, Lamar Jacksons, that, because it kind of exposes a defense. That's what it's going to take, though, at this point when you're seeing this type of game.
You got 3 of them in the AFC alone, though, with Deshaun Watson, who pushed his ticket as well yesterday.
Yes.
So waiting at this next, second season in the NFL, 3 of those quarterbacks who can pose problems for a lot of defenses, including New England.
We'll show you how the Texans did their damage in just a little bit, but we had 3 games yesterday. We had 12 today, and there's a lot at stake in those 12 games. The Ravens will clinch home field advantage with a win against the Browns. The Ravens, never in the history of the team, have been the 1 seed. The Titans are currently on the outside looking in at this playoff picture, but they can get back in. They're just going to need some help. They also need to take care of business today. They have to start by beating the Saints. And then there is the NFC East. Let's just keep this one simple for